Welcome back, Dose Psycho family. Have you ever watched a movie where the couple is clearly on the rocks and you're sitting there thinking, honey, it's over. Let it go? We've all been there, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into those subtle and not so subtle signs that your relationship might be heading towards a breakup. We're going to talk about those gut feelings you get, those red flags waving, those moments when you just know, deep down, that something's not right. Because sometimes, recognizing the signs is the first step to healing and moving on to something better. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's unpack this together. Because you deserve a relationship that brings you joy, not heartache. Remember when you first started dating and you couldn't stop talking? Hours would fly by and you'd hang on to every word? When communication fades, it's like the lifeblood of your relationship is draining away. It's more than just forgetting to text back or zoning out. It's about feeling like you can't share your true feelings. You start building walls, and the distance grows wider. Maybe you're afraid of being judged, or you just don't feel heard. That lack of connection can be a major red flag. It's like you're living separate lives, running on parallel tracks. Relationships thrive on connection, on being seen and understood. Communication is the bridge that connects two souls. Without it, you're just two ships passing in the night. You deserve someone who wants to hear your story. Speak up, reach out, and let your voice be the catalyst for change. Now, a little disagreement here and there is perfectly normal. It's healthy, even, to be able to express your differences. But when every little thing turns into a battleground, when you're constantly butting heads, it's a sign that something deeper is going on. It's like you're stuck in a cycle of negativity, always on edge, waiting for the next explosion. And let's be honest, nobody wants to live like that. Constant arguing creates an environment of tension and resentment, and it can slowly chip away at the foundation of your relationship. Ask yourself, what are you really fighting about? Is it the dishes in the sink? Or is it something deeper? Are you feeling unheard, unappreciated, unseen? Sometimes those arguments are just a symptom of a much larger issue. And if you find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to say or do the wrong thing, that's not a healthy sign either. Relationships should be a safe haven, a place where you can be your true and authentic selves without fear of judgment. So, if you're constantly at odds, it's time to take a step back and figure out what's really going on. Maybe you need to communicate your needs more effectively, or maybe you need to seek professional help to navigate those deeper issues. Remember, love shouldn't feel like a battlefield. It should feel like peace, like understanding, like coming home to a warm embrace. Don't settle for anything less. Loss of intimacy. Intimacy is so much more than just physical touch. It's about that deep emotional connection, that feeling of closeness and vulnerability that you share with your partner. It's about feeling safe, seen, and desired. When that intimacy starts to fade, it can feel like a slow and painful drift apart. Maybe you've stopped holding hands, or you no longer share those late-night conversations that used to last for hours. The spark just isn't there anymore. And that lack of intimacy can manifest in the bedroom too. If you're dreading physical touch, or if it just feels like a chore, that's a major red flag. It's like you're roommates instead of lovers, going through the motions without any real connection. But here's the thing. Intimacy can be rekindled. It takes effort, it takes communication, and it takes a willingness to be vulnerable with each other again. Start by talking about how you're feeling. Share your fears, your desires, your longings. Remember, intimacy thrives on connection. So, make time for each other. Put away the phones, turn off the TV, and just be present with each other. Rediscover the joy of touch, of laughter, of deep and meaningful conversation. You deserve a love that sets your soul on fire, a love that makes you feel alive and connected. Don't settle for anything less. Feeling unappreciated. We all have this deep-seated need to feel valued, to know that our presence matters. In a relationship, that means feeling appreciated for who we are and what we bring to the table. When you're constantly feeling taken for granted, like your efforts go unnoticed and your feelings are dismissed, it can chip away at your self-worth. It's like you're pouring your heart and soul into a bottomless pit, and it's leaving you feeling empty and drained. Maybe your partner has stopped noticing the little things you do, or maybe they no longer express gratitude for your presence in their life. Whatever the reason, that lack of appreciation can be incredibly hurtful. It's important to remember that you deserve to be with someone who cherishes you, who sees your worth, and who makes you feel like $1,000,000. Don't settle for someone who makes you feel invisible or insignificant. If you're feeling unappreciated, it's time to have an honest conversation with your partner. Let them know how their actions are making you feel and express your need for more recognition and validation. Remember, you are worthy of love, you are worthy of respect, and you are worthy of appreciation. Don't settle for anything less. Different future plans. When you first fall in love, it's easy to get caught up in the moment. But as your relationship progresses, it's important to be on the same page about the future. Do you both want children? Where do you see yourselves living in 5, 10 years? These are big life decisions, and if you're not aligned, it can create friction. Maybe one of you dreams of traveling the world, while the other is content with a quiet life in the suburbs. Or maybe one of you is career-driven, while the other prioritizes family. It's important to have open and honest conversations about your future. And if your paths diverge, it's okay to move on. You deserve to be with someone who shares your vision for the future, someone who wants the same things out of life. Is it time to let go? So we've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? We've talked about the importance of communication, the dangers of constant arguments, the significance of intimacy, the need to feel appreciated, and the importance of shared goals. But ultimately, the decision of whether or not to stay in a relationship is a deeply personal one. Trust your gut, listen to your heart, and know that you deserve to be in a relationship that brings you joy, not heartache. I'm curious, for those of you who have been through a breakup, what were some of the signs that told you it was time to let go? Share your stories in the comments below, because your experiences might just help someone else who's struggling with this same decision. Thank you for watching Dose Psycho videos. Till next time, bye. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.